President Trump continues to impress me as a man who not only wants to win this election, but serve the entire country. Going to the Bronx is a fabulous decision for a president whose results, fantastic.
As you can see, Republican Senator Tim Scott is still doing everything he can to convince Donald Trump to choose him as the VP pick. But while he's using all this sort of flowery, positive, complimentary rhetoric toward Donald Trump, behind the scenes, homeboy's taking advantage of Trump for his own personal fundraising, and I did not see this coming. So let me break this down for you. So Midas Media discovered this ad that's been making its rounds on X. In a post on X, Tim Scott writes, "It's Tim Scott." Yes, we know that through the verified account. Okay, can you chip in $5, $10, or $25 to President Trump's campaign before his critical end of month fundraising deadline? Thank you. Now in it, he includes yet another video of himself in a car where he's licking Trump's boots, but he also includes a link to something. And that is a link to the Win Red donation page, urging people to donate to Trump's campaign. So the page states that by donating, donors would ensure President Trump wins in November. Seems normal, right? Typical Republican politician helping the Republican nominee fundraise for his presidential run. But then diligent individuals might notice that there's a link. It's fine print, okay? But if they're savvy enough to click on it, it says click here for details or to edit allocation. And in there you see that your contribution will benefit Tim Scott for America and Trump National Committee. Okay, well, then it turns out that, let's say you donate $100. Of that $100, $95 goes to Tim Scott and only $5 goes to Donald Trump. So he's framing this as, let's help Donald Trump, donate to his campaign, let's help him out. In reality, only 5% of that money is gonna go to Donald Trump. The rest of it is gonna go to Tim Scott. And honestly, considering some of the unsavory ways in which Donald Trump has dishonestly raised money, I'm kind of here for it. I don't know, what do you think, Cenk?
Pausing here to deliver some honest truth as we do in our news coverage as well. TYT is facing challenges, guys, as the entire industry is. You know who could make the difference? You. If you hit the join button below, it's gonna make all the difference and keep us in business. We appreciate you, thank you.
It's a rare alpha move by Tim Scott.
It is, totally
right?
is.
I mean, the rest of his life is spent in a beta doghouse, right? So I think this is his like slight strike back. He's like, oh yeah, I'll take my love for Trump and I'll only give him $5 and I'll keep 95. What happened now, huh? But now that he's been discovered with his hand in his own cookie jar, Trump will be like, how dare you? You give me the 95. You're lucky I let you keep $5 of your own money. And Tim Scott will go back to his usual beta position and go, I'm so sorry, sir, I'm so sorry. Because he's got to be in a cold sweat panic now. And I've got a fun prediction for you. The reason is he got caught.
Yes.
So this is the type of thing that Trump does not like. He wants all the money, like a good mob boss, right? So the prediction is the easiest one in the world. Tim Scott will do some like really hilarious groveling. I don't know on what, but he's gonna have to prove his loyalty by just like maybe rubbing his own face on the ground next to Donald Trump's boots. Like it's just gonna be wonderfully humiliating.
Well, it's just, you're right, Cenk. I mean, the second Trump realizes that this is going on, he is gonna be furious. I remember several months ago, we covered a story about how some members of the Republican Party are growing increasingly salty about the fact that Trump doesn't really seem to have any interest in helping other Republican candidates, like congressional candidates, raise money for their campaigns. And so he does want to hoard most of the fundraising for himself. And if he sees that his name is being dishonestly used to raise money that gets directed towards someone else, he's not gonna like it. And look, we keep talking about how this is like a weird win for Tim Scott because we're so used to him just being depressingly weak and pathetic, especially when he's in Trump's presence. And we're gonna show you examples of that in just a moment. But he might actually be hurting himself, because if he really wants to be Trump's VP pick, this is gonna hurt him. Like, Trump is not gonna like this, and he's gonna be less likely to pick Tim Scott as his VP pick if he finds out that Scott is taking advantage of Trump's name for his own personal fundraising. Now, with that in mind, the reason why I'm honestly amused by this is because of how awful Trump has been toward Tim Scott. Listen, I'm not a big fan of Tim Scott, but I do feel bad when I watch someone get bullied and humiliated in real time, and Tim Scott is no exception. Let's take a look.
Been such a great advocate. I have to say, this is in a very positive way, Tim Scott. He has been much better for me than he was for himself. I watched his campaign, and he doesn't like talking about himself, but boy, does he talk about Trump. Did you ever think that she actually appointed you, Tim? And think of it, appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician. Today was a big story, the biggest story out there. He's engaged to be married. We never thought this was going to happen. What's going on?
So in that last clip, he's alluding to the fact that there are rumors that Tim Scott hasn't gotten married yet because he's gay. Like, that's what he was poking fun at in that last clip. So I don't know, part of me thinks like, ooh, this is a little bit of strike back against Trump. Part of me thinks maybe Tim Scott thought he could do this fundraising maneuver and get away with it. And now that he's caught, he might panic, as we suspect, Cenk. We'll see how he reacts to it. I'm more interested in seeing how Trump reacts to it. But either way, I give Scott kudos for trying and for doing something kind of underhanded and sneaky.
Yeah, I don't think it was strike back at all. I think that he's just a very normal, greasy politician, and that most of the greasy politicians do things just like this. Okay, and look, at the end, I think that Donald Trump is going to pick the VP by doing a sausage chase. And
what does that mean?
I thought you might ask. So on Succession, I don't know if you remember, but Logan Roy made his executives chase a sausage around, and then they had to like pick it up with their mouths off the floor.
Oh, I do remember that. That was awful.
Yeah, it was like the most humiliating thing I have ever seen. And I think that if anybody shows that scene to Donald Trump, he's gonna be like, genius, really good idea. Come here, Nikki Haley. Come here, Tim Scott. Come here, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Carrie Lake. And he's gonna make them all do a sausage chase. And please tape it, please, so we could all enjoy it.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.